let's get to this next topic, which is Tyler Atkinson. I wanted to talk about him because I think he's a super special player out of Grayson, Georgia. He is a 4-star, and he is he's actually a 5-star according to 247 Composite. Number 1 linebacker in the country, number 8 player overall in the nation. So a really good player. We have yet to schedule a visit. We are trying to schedule a visit. Gerald, what do you like about him?
I mean, what's not to like, right? Like, shows incredible instincts, great closing speed. I think back to like Malik Jefferson's high school tape where like he's just not in the hole, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm here and I'm going to make a big play. He lines up at interior linebacker, but like I put this in my notes, he has wheels like an outside linebacker though. Like he's very much aggressive in run support, very, very, I already said it, great instincts, knows when to close, knows when to drop back, like does a really good job just playing the position, way more polished than you see most high school linebackers. Again, I think of like an Anthony Hill, right? Anthony Hill's a very, very good guy, very good player, very talented linebacker, but a lot of times he was kind of just like a scud missile, right? Like I'm just going to go and be the best guy on the field and blow somebody up. And where Tyler Atkinson really plays with a little more polish at this level than he needs to be. And I think, Texas targets guys like him because unfortunately there is for all of the positions that Texas produces really well, linebacker is just not one that State of Texas produces a ton of elite talent, right? Ant Hill and then Malik Jefferson before him, right? So like there's a big gap between those two guys. But again, back on Atkinson, like he is the elite of the elite. And if Texas can't get him on campus, it sucks because, there is a need there. Anthony Hill gone after this year. Let's go ahead and say it, right? So you need another guy to step in there and be that elite linebacker and hold down that defense.
No, 100%. I think that's what's important about it. What sucks is Tashard Choice was his lead recruiter, being from the state of Georgia, recruiting that area. So we're definitely going to have to find someone that connects with him. And that's always hard. Like when you lose a lead recruiter like that, that's probably gotten pretty personal with the kid, probably text him pretty often. And then you're going to have to plug someone else in there. That really sucks. But if he likes the school, he likes Steve Sarkisian overall, and Sark is a really good closer. If Sark can get on that level with him personal and close it, that's a really big deal. And this is the thing that I noticed too. So this is the thing that Sark recruits do. Again, versatility, but then also this. He's skinny and but he has a big frame. Like he's not a big guy right now, but he's able to put on weight. He's able to put on size. That is something Steve Sarkisian has wanted here at Texas. You see that with guys like Smith Orobo. And Ty Anthony Smith is another guy at the linebacker position.
Bo Barnes.
Yeah, Bo Barnes. Like he just wants a guy that's like a heat-seeking missile basically on defense, has that mentality, and then he's able to put on weight because it's harder to teach the mentality than it is to put on weight. It's pretty easy for someone this young, this genetically gifted to put on weight. It's hard to get that mentality ingrained in that person. So he has the mentality, which I really like. Yeah. Like I said, he's not great. He has great start and stop ability. Like you see him, I kind of compare it to Luka Doncic in the NBA. He may not be the fastest guy, but he's able to get up to speed and then stop on a dime really quickly. Yeah. And I think that's really important at the linebacker position and just defense in general, being able to read, react, and then stop and then have to change direction if you need to. So I really like that ability from him as well. And again, guys, I think it's just a big deal when we can get a guy from Georgia at this high a level, if we can get him to campus and we can get him to sign, because that opens up that pipeline. That's another reason why Justice Terry was so big, not just because he's a hell of a football player, but because it opens up that pipeline to Georgia.
Yeah, and absolutely. And Texas, again, has done a really good job making inroads into those SEC states, right? Georgia, Florida, they've gone into multiple times. Alabama, even, they've gotten some kids from Alabama to come through, right? And that to me, especially because at these positions where the state of Texas doesn't produce as elite talent, right? Like Texas shouldn't have to leave the state of Texas for, I don't know, quarterbacks, right? Texas produces quarterbacks like leaves falling from the sky, right? But there are other positions where having ends in Georgia, in Alabama, in Florida, where again, just different types of commits come out of there, different types of elite players. And again, for some reason, the state of Texas just doesn't put out linebackers. And so like the highest ranked linebacker in the state of Texas, I think is like right inside the top 200, like 215 or something like that. So like, again, great player, no shot at him, but like there's just a difference. There's levels to it. And so Texas being able to make these inroads into Florida, Georgia, California has been huge for Texas as well. So being able to get those inroads to these states that aren't traditionally spots for Texas to recruit, it's why the move to the SEC worked, because now a kid from Georgia, your parents can see you on TV if you go to Texas, right? They can stay home and come see you play at Georgia, right? Those are opportunities that they have where they didn't quite have as much when Texas was in the Big 12.
No, 100%. And also, just another thing, an obvious one, it keeps them out of Georgia. It keeps them away from Georgia. You don't have to play him. You don't have to see him on the other side of the ball when you line up versus Georgia. And let's be honest here, guys. We have a Georgia problem in basically every sport, it seems like. So let's, like, whenever we can get someone from Georgia, take them away and not have to play them and they're on our side, especially someone this talented who's going to be a composite 5-star at the end of this cycle and probably a top 10 player like he already is. I doubt he moves out of that. It's special. And again, you can get this. There are certain positions Texas has gotten the ball rolling of when someone goes to the NFL, there's someone there to replace him. I don't think linebacker's quite there yet. Someone like this goes a long way into doing that. I think offensive line, honestly, is there. I think edges at Texas are there. I think wide receivers are there. I think running back is like that. I think quarterback is like that. Linebacker's not one of those. I don't think cornerback is all the way like that either. I think we need about 1 or 2 big time more cornerbacks there, 1 or 2 more big time safety. Honestly, actually, safety, we're probably only about 1 away. We're pretty close at safety, but linebacker and cornerback, that's probably the 2 heaviest positions that we need to start get the ball rolling to where, hey, this guy went to the NFL, no big deal. We have another guy coming in, because after Anthony Hill leaves next year, we don't know what we have, honestly. Leonardo Lafau's there, and he's a good player, but we don't know if he can take that responsibility.
And Lafau was good this year in spots. He also had some really bad games. So, again, he's going to have a jump up this year as he gets more and more production. But losing, and asking somebody to step into Anthony Hill's shoes is unfair. But, how do you get somebody who's 75% of the way there, right? How do you have that person waiting in the wings?
No, 100%. So this is a really big get if Texas can get it. I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping they get them on a visit. Because again, guys, if you can't get someone on a visit, they're not going to come to Texas. I think there has been guys like that in the past, but they're very, very rare. You have to get people on campus to be able to get them to commit. So that goes to say with Tyler Atkinson.